Hi, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. This is the place where women who are aging beautifully come to be inspired. My guest today is Patty Gibbons. Patty is a fashion blogger. She has a wonderful blog. It's called notdeadyetstyle.com. It's a fabulous name for a very interesting website. Patty has a unique perspective on fashion. It's a combination of very classic and edgy, and with a very fundamental appreciation for the feminine and for the power of women, especially in midlife. So I'm really happy to have you here, Patty. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. And that was a lovely introduction. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, your website is very cool. And also, I forgot to mention that on Patty's website every Monday, she invites other bloggers, 40s plus, to come and join and add their fashion tips or their fashion favorite of the week. And I think they're called fashion links, where bloggers get together and just share. And it's a great resource.
Thank you.
I'm just happy. And you've been going for 7 years, which is fantastic.
Thanks. It's you have to mold and change with the times, sure. And you have to keep your vision clear. And I'm very proud of us who have stuck with it and are still creating.
Well, you've got a great attitude and a beautiful side. And you actually were a psychotherapist before you came into fashion blogging. How has that worked together? How has it helped you or influenced you?
I've always been interested in people's minds and the way they think. So becoming a psychotherapist was completely natural. And I try to bring that over as I think about my audience. I'm sure you do the same, is what are many women our age thinking about and caring about? Yeah. And also we are incredibly nosy people, which makes for nosy in the best, kindest way, because it makes us really interested in what other people think and say.
I think, Patty, that is why you have done so well for so long, because you're not doing it as a trend analyst or, a fashion sort of promoter. You're actually looking at how fashion shapes the way a woman thinks about herself. And like you said, when you're older, you get the more complex that is, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. And I thank you for saying that. I hope that's what's coming across.
Well, it is in my experience. But anyway, go check out the site. You can make your own judgment. But I wanted to chat with you, though, because it links right back to what we've been just talking about, that women in their 50s and 60s really get to know what works for them. You get, which we also, though, attach ourselves to things. We don't want to let go of memories and let go of, we're not so much hoarders as we are, we're nurturers.
Yes, that's lovely.
And we have things in our closet that really need to say goodbye and things that we need to treasure. So I wanted to get your opinion on this. And if you could just give people 3 things that they should throw away from their closet and 3 things that they should keep, that would be a cool.
I would love to. I would love to. I want to put down first that the things I will always keep are my wonderful husband, my good health, and my cats. None of whom are in the closet right now, but those are the things that, of course, matter. And a sense of humor is much needed after age 50 or 60. But I think we as women, especially if we are, I like your kind word, nurturing our closets, we can trash a few things. And for me, that will certainly be things that are too small, not comfortable anymore.
Yes. The ones you bought when you were going to lose 20 pounds, right?
And we all have some away in our closet. Let those go and dress your body the way it is today and love it. And if you lose those 20 pounds, you can buy some new things.
So that is so true. Let that one go for sure. And don't even wait, just do it now, today. Go let everything go.
Everything that makes you feel uncomfortable, doesn't zip, doesn't button, out it goes.
Don't torture yourself anymore.
Don't torture. And speaking of torture, any shoes that hurt. I think that I'm too old for shoes that hurt. I love comfortable, beautiful shoes. You can get rid of those. Something some women are guilty of is our lingerie. It's a little bit older and could be replaced.
But Patty, it's so comfortable.
And comfort is important. And modern technology has made comfortable, beautiful
That's true. That
lingerie. So treat yourself to that. I often say, look at your duplicates. We've talked about that before. If you have, 17 white button-down shirts, which ones or which two do you always want to wear?
Yes.
And keep those.
Yeah.
The rest can go. And
I give you a little support on that one because I'm a beret person. And like, do you really need 20 hats? I mean, if you've got like one pink, do you need the shade of pink and purple? So like, but really, I mean, I like that. I like the duplicates warning. That's a good one.
yes, just pick the ones that you always feel like wearing.
Yeah.
The others are just taking up space. Also, of course, all those free tote bags that you've gotten over the years from various conferences and events, clean out your closet. And this is a big one for me. If it's been in your fix-it pile for a long time and you haven't fixed it yet, you're probably not going to. So pass it on, but always pass it on with joy. Pass it on with, thanks for being a good pair of shoes when I needed you. And now off you go.
That's it. I think you've gone through 6 things to throw away. No, it's totally fine. You could do another 6 if you'd like, but no, it's great. But I think that I love what you do, Patty. We've had a few conversations today, and one thing you keep doing is talking to your clothes. Like you talk to your shoes, like you say, it's been really great. You can go now. You've done your job, and I think that's cool. That personal.
Yeah, it's not completely original because the KonMari book about how to declutter inspires you to thank your clothing and your saucepans and your everything else you're giving away. Okay. So it kind of stuck with me. Yeah.
No, but you did that earlier in terms of fashion too. It was like, I forget what it was. It was something that you said, it was a necklace I think you were wearing. And you said something like, it spoke to me when I saw it on the counter in the shop. And it was me.
Yes, it does talk. I guess it does. Doesn't make us crazy. We talk to our clothes.
So those are things to throw away. And I think those are all very wise things that don't fit, things that you haven't fixed, things that you just let all those things go. And then the things to keep. I mean, I know you talked about keeping your husband and your cat and a sense of humor, but are there any clothing basics that you would absolutely keep?
Yes, and everybody's going to be a little different on this. Some women like to rotate their wardrobes a lot. When I do things like that, I like to thrift and keep clothing in the cycle. But William Morris of the arts and crafts movement said, have nothing in your house that you don't believe to be beautiful or find useful.
Yes,
and that's really beautiful and useful is a wonderful paradigm for clothing. It has to be beautiful to you. It might be something with a lovely story attached to it. You said earlier you wouldn't want to give away your special necklace, but you would give away some others.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. I keep silk scarves because they really never go out of style. They're beautiful and creative.
And they take up no space, and you can scrunch them up.
That's why I love jewelry too, is it's easy to collect.
I think that's really true actually. And scarves are so versatile. You can do so much with them to change an upscale or whatever the expression is, a dress or a travel especially. Take 2 outfits and 10 scarves and you've got 12 outfits.
Right. Right. I've heard you say that before, and it's inspired me for my travel. More scarves and fewer
jewels. More jewels too.
Yes. And, other things that women, including myself, want to keep are things that are from your family, inherited, have special meaning, and special memories. Always, and since I now have a tiny place in New York City, have your most comfortable walking shoes always. Mm-hmm. And if they're fading, get them resold or replace them with the same brand. Too important to give away.
I think that's actually a really good idea. I discovered a brand of shoes here in Switzerland, Medicus, and they're just the most comfortable shoes ever. And as soon as my first pair started to wear a little bit, I went right back to the shop and bought another pair. I think that's wise. And I can't even think of an item of clothing, maybe a bra that you absolutely love, and you want 10 of them because you know that's it for life. Is that? Well,
those are hard things to fit. Shoes that are comfortable, bras that fit well. And that, you're right, that fits the theory of duplicating.
Yeah.
I like a Soft brand. I don't know if you have them across the pond. They make and I'm not sponsored.
No.
They're just
I've never heard.
comfortable and lovely.
There are some really cool brands of shoes out these days that are smaller companies that are not, I mean, the big companies do great work too. I love Clark's and Easy Spirit and New Balance, but there are some cool shoe manufacturers.
They're starting to cater to us baby boomers who had to give up our stilettos. And the final thing I would always keep, and everyone has to find their own version of, is my favorite denim jacket. Mine has a little embroidery on the back, which makes it special. But you need a jacket, a sweater, something that I keep one in the back seat of my car because it just feels good.
Tell me about that again. What does it look like? What is it about? I mean, is it something about how it makes you feel?
No, I didn't put the embroidery on myself. I have friends that are that gifted and I'm not. But it has a panel of embroidery sewn on it. And it's not just your everyday denim jacket. It's my denim jacket, and I feel great in it. It falls under that authentic, if not unique, because it probably came from a manufacturer who made several. But I bought it at ThreadUp on consignment. And it feels good in a cold restaurant, a cold movie, goes over your dress.
I think what you're saying with that one, which I really respect, is that it doesn't have to even be a jacket. It's just an item of clothing that you just grab. I have a pashmina, a shawl. It's green, and it's a beautiful moss green color. And that thing, whenever I travel, whenever I go anywhere, it goes on the top of my backpack. It's just like, the first thing I can grab for the train, for the plane, anytime, movies.
They're wonderful, aren't they?
I love it, and I got it like an H&M or somewhere. It wasn't like a designer or model. It was just beautiful material, and it crunches up, doesn't get wrinkled, and but like your coat, it's just there's no reason really to keep it. It's just me now. I would be lost without it. Yeah.
And I think don't you know when you walk in your closet, you know what you love to see.
Yes.
And I encourage women to do that frequently. Just pick out the things you absolutely love, look at what's left and say, how much do I really want you? Because as we get older, we don't need as much stuff in our house, in our closet. It's a privilege to kind of lighten up.
Yes. Well, we talk about downsizing quite a bit with our 60andMe community, and we should probably have another conversation about downsizing your wardrobe, because I think you sound like one of the people that could give us some really good tips. But I think you've given us an idea of what to throw out, or at least to recycle, and then there's precious things that it's okay to keep. And I hope that you found this fun. And if you've got I'm talking to the people now who are watching, like just put your own things below, like what you would always walk out the door with. What are those 3 or 4 things? And maybe you'll get rid of all the rest.
Thank you so much, Margaret.
You are fabulous, Patty. I'm really happy that we had a chance to talk. Go out and check out Patty's website, notdeadyetstyle.com. It's almost a memorable website. I mean, how could you not remember that name? But it really says who you are. You're strong and very beautiful advocate for just living life fully in your 60s.
Thank you. And same to you, Margaret.
Thank you, Patty.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our 60andMe YouTube channel and also visit our website. We are a strong and dynamic community of women over 60. We're challenging aging stereotypes, and every day we share fascinating stories, interesting questions, and great conversation.